Hello there. Hi guys. I must say this. That's my dog. There he is. That's Natron in the background. He's a Roddy without a tail. So, hi. Today I want to talk to you about a piece of land that I'm pursuing. I have put it under contract. This piece of land is in Virginia. It's in a high growth, high employment, higher education, um, high growth as in people moving to the area. There's a lot of employers, industries there. This is a great area. I found a piece of land online that has a huge problem. Um, and I thought to myself, if I can overcome this problem, then I will be the victor for the spoils. So this piece of land is half an acre. It has water views in Northern Virginia. So the problem with this land is it has a unfinished house. The previous owners accidentally or on purpose, I'm not even sure, started building the house on top of the septic system that it has because this piece of land, um, the county does not provide public water and sewer to this neighborhood. So you have to put in your own well and you have to put in your own waste disposal system, which the owners were putting in a septic system. But they decided that they were going to put the house on top of the septic system, a part of the house. So the county came in and stopped them from building the house. So this piece of land actually has an unfinished house. And this weekend, we're going to go down there, take a look at it. I haven't even seen the house yet. I just like the land. I drove there, I drove around the piece of land and I like it. It has a nice water view. The neighborhood is a little lackluster. Some of the houses do look a little shabby. Most of the houses look good, but some of the houses do look run down. Um, but you know, everything can't be perfect because for what I am getting this piece of land for, it's a steal if I can resolve the issues on this piece in this land. So I have I have to, we're under contract and we're going to close at the end of this month. We're in October, so by October 30th, I should take title to this piece of land. So, what's going to happen is I need to reach out to the county to find out if um, oh, backstory. So this house was being built, or yes, was being built in 1989. So that's a long time ago. And even I think three owners have owned that piece of land since then. The original owner that was building the house, in some county records that I found, he has since passed, or the family or whoever wanted to build that house, they have since passed. So the original intent is just sitting there. It passed through two other neighbors' hands because the neighbors didn't want anybody to build on this piece of land. So they bought it dirt cheap and they just held it because they didn't want any neighbors coming in. So the people who I am buying it from, the lady, she has moved to another waterfront community and she's just been holding on to it, holding on to it. So I'm buying it from her. So she really doesn't have that much information. I have to be investigating this piece of land like crazy. I'm like a super private investigator just investigating this. So because it was built in 1989, The county's records were a little bit different back then, and nothing has happened to the house and the land since then except changing hands and ownership. And none of the owners, Natron's catching himself, none of the owners have brought any development, any additional development to the land. So there is no additional paperwork. Oh my goodness. So yesterday I did some investigation and found some old documents on the county's website, and it actually tells the full story. So it tells that the owners, they were building a 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom with a nice big basement. So there's even a basement there, which has 1,212 square foot. I don't know what size the house is above grade. But when we go there this weekend, hopefully I can get in. I'm going to contact the owners to ask if I can get into the house. I know that this is weird to you that I'm actually buying house with buying land with a house on the land, and I haven't even seen it. But that's just the way that I've decided to pursue these properties. Is I'm not going to let anything slow me down, like issues with unknown. When people don't know things, they can't make a decision. But I've decided that in the universe of the things that I don't know, this problem is not something that I cannot resolve. So, to me, there are two solutions. One, I have to pay a contractor to lift the house and move it off of the septic tank. Or with modern technology, the way it is now, because I found in some of the county records that I was reviewing yesterday, they were reviewing old cases, and they said actually with this problem can be resolved with a new septic system. So I was like, okay, because remember, this house was being built in 1989, so even septic systems were probably different back then. So I need to find out from the county today if I can get this updated septic system, or I'm going to have to lift the house and move it off of the septic, because the way the way that this land is, unfortunately, the soil is not conducive for a good septic system. And also, where you are allowed to put your septic system on your land is determined by where other people have their water wells. So, because in this area, every housing has to have their own water well, you can't put your septic system too close to your neighbor's water well. So, if they already have their established water well on their property, you're going to have to be like about 200 feet away from their water well, in addition to being 200 feet away from your own water well and every other adjoining neighbor. This is like the craziest piece of property I've ever seen. But the fact that it has these problems, hopefully time has resolved some of those issues for me, that we can come in and resolve this, finish the house, and provide affordable housing for the affordable housing community, because there is a highly, extremely strong need for affordable housing, especially in this county, okay? In this county in Northern Virginia. So that's my plan. So I just want to give you this information about this piece of land that I'm purchasing. I'm under contract. I'm supposed to close October, the last week of October. I hope all goes well. I have high hopes for this piece of land, and I will do a video when I go there to actually show you what it looks like and what the house looks like. So, wish me luck. I'll tell you about the other piece of land that I actually just put under contract. I saw it in my inbox this morning, so I'm about to email it off to the settlement office so that they can start the paperwork on it. But I actually have another piece of land that's a little bit under an acre that I'm purchasing in the same county, but this piece of land doesn't have any issues aside of the fact that I have to develop everything because this is raw land. So I need to contact someone to do a perk so that I can test the soil to find out how many bedrooms I can put there. So a perk test is basically a test that tells you what type of sewer or septic system you can put on the property, and that determines how many bedrooms, because if it can only process a certain amount of gallons of waste every day, they're assuming that each bedroom has will emit this many gallons of waste, so it limits you. So I am so hoping that I can put a 5 bedroom on this piece of land. But until I do the perk test, I won't know. So I'll just tell you a little bit. I'll get in a different video. I'll give you some information about that piece of land. So wish me luck on the half-acre one with the house. Hopefully I get to talk to the county today and find out what updated septic technology they have that I can just use, so I don't even have to move the house. I can just go in, start renovating it, and then put it into the marketplace for the affordable housing community. So wish me luck.